What's wrong with young men today? If you had to sum up, what's wrong with young men?
No pressure. I think they're very disenfranchised. I think that they're coming into a financial situation that's not in their favor. And the girl that they used to be able to have a crush on and date and marry and be with for 30 years has an Instagram. And to no fault of her own, she's seeing all the options of the world. And I think in a lot of ways that's breaking up the nuclear family. I think that the food in this country and many, many other things are setting him up to be fat. Mm-hmm. I think that video games are not helping that. And I think a lot of them are giving up. Many of them are being raised by single mothers. And being a mother is one of the most important jobs in the world. It's one of my most viral clips ever talking about mothers. But having a strong father around is something I think is very, very important for a young man. And they're lost. And so with every generation, I believe that there is a new set of problems and opportunities. And I think the problem for young men is most of their life can be lived inside of a house. When I wanted to kiss a girl in junior high, I had to get off the school bus, go throw my backpack down, find the playground somewhere, or bleachers or whatever, a trampoline, and I had to do it. I had to literally do it. And the power of them not having to do it or just liking a photo, I think that's gone away. So the actual interaction of the young man and the setup of where we are even financially and that whole dynamic of the feminist movement as well, I think it sets a young man up to be angry, disenfranchised, and I think it makes him want to quit in many ways because he believes that only the top 1% of men can have a family or can get a girl or keep her. And in a lot of ways, there's a lot of unfortunate truth in that. And I think young men are just trying to find the answers. And I don't think there's a whole lot of people there to give those answers to them. And for that reason, I think they're suffering.
Yeah. What about women? What's wrong with young women today?
I feel sorry for young women, especially the ones that are just hitting puberty, because they are attaching their value to the amount of followers they have. And unfortunately, that follower count is directly, most oftentimes, related to the amount of skin they show online. Yeah. And I think that's a very, very sad thing. And also, the reason that I have such a heart for helping young men is because I believe the more young men that we build that are strong, that take responsibility for their life, that do it anyway, even when it sucks, is going to directly correlate to how many young women we help by handing that man over to that young woman. I don't think that women want to be men as much as society is trying to tell them that they want to be men. Mm-hmm. I was talking to somebody at Daily Wire the other day when we were chatting about doing a podcast, and I told him that women today are growing phantom penises. And the point is that they say they want to be boss babes and but that's not their natural primal urge. Mm-hmm. And that's why I support being a mother so much. And that's why I said what I said about mothers. We're not putting mothers on a platform that the way that we should. It is one of, if not the most important job in the world. Yeah. This place doesn't run without mothers, but it's not being promoted. Cardi B is being promoted. OnlyFans is being promoted. Being a bad bitch is being promoted. But unfortunately, once you go through those years in your life, let's say 28 to 31, and you say, okay, now I want to settle down. Mm-hmm. Any guy that you can look up to and respect will see your past and probably not choose you. Yep. Yeah. And I think that's a very big disadvantage for young women today. Yeah. And again, let me say on both sides, it's not what's wrong with them. I don't think they're wrong. I'm not here to make anybody wrong. I'm not Jesus, bro. Yeah. I'm not judging them. Even the OnlyFans girls, I'm not here to judge them. I think they're in an atmosphere that doesn't lend themselves to be compatible together. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's something society would have to fix. So it's not the easiest thing, you know.
And do you have kids?
I do have two.
You do? You have? And so
I have two girls.
Two girls, man.
Yeah, I have two girls.
So I've got two girls as well. And as they grow up, one of the questions my wife and I, we talk about all of the time is, because I agree with you, like social media is going to be so damaging. I mean, it already is. Yeah. And as they get older, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Like, what are you going to do with your daughters to help prevent that from happening? Are you going to let them on social media? Are you going to...
I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell my girls the truth of the world. Hey, listen, I love you. I just want to give you a heads up. If you do this, this, and this, more than likely, you're not going to be taken serious by the kind of man you're going to want when that time comes, right? Number 2, these are the tools that are going to help you in life. I'm going to help you and educate you. I'm going to privately educate my children. I'm going to educate you to put yourself in the best position you can to have the third thing. And I'm going to love you regardless, which is choice.
Yeah.
If you want to do OnlyFans, I love you with all my heart. Remember the repercussions that I told you about. I'm going to love you anyway.
Yeah.
I love you. Because if I can't love you, then you can't even trust me in the conversation and believe what I'm saying is real. So you don't have to worry about me loving you, talking down to you, making you feel horrible. I love you. Believe this. This is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Even if I had a son that was, let's say he was gay. Yeah. Hey, this is what's going to happen, bro. I love you anyway. I love him. Bring your boyfriend. See you at Thanksgiving, bro. I'm gonna make jokes. Yeah. You know, we're gonna have fun. You call me names back, bro. All good, bro. It's all love. But these are some of the things you're gonna face. Yeah. And these are some of the things that I see from people that maybe made the decision you are, and you probably want to avoid that because nobody likes that really. Yeah. You know, like being flamboyant, for example. Like, dude, nobody cares. Yeah. Nobody truly cares. Like, don't make it your identity. Yeah. Take these skill sets in the middle that are going to set you up for a life that you actually want. Get them. Let me help you get these in place. And then you have choice because I'm going to love you anyway. Yeah. The end. That's exactly how I'm going to handle it for both, either one. When I have boys, girls, might have 100.
Yeah. I love that. And I think people will look at that and say, they will feel like they're being judged. And OnlyFans girl will be like, you're just judging me. And you're like, no, I'm just talking about consequences. Yeah. I mean, this is just like there's actions you can take. Yeah. There's lifestyle. I mean, there's lifestyles that humans can engage in that just have a lot more negative consequences. And so we're in a civilization today, if we call that out in any way and say there are more consequences for doing this than there is for doing this, you're instantly now judging and you're a bad person or you're a hypocrite or you're there's some problem with that. And I don't know where that ends.